did it anyway.
We're live, but somebody show up so we can start.
Hello!
Hey, we got one. Okay. And one is not the loneliest number, and neither is two. Good morning. Welcome to the Art of Fire. This is Bruce Ferguson. I'm going to be doing the camera for part of the day, but not the whole day. But the really important thing is this poster you see right here, rather than starting off in our usual place. The Art of Fire supporting No Kid Hungry. And if you've looked at our advertising over the last week or so, you've seen that we're sponsoring a charity event. The studio has supported this organization before, and we're happy to do it again today. So the idea with this theme is that each of the gaffers, glass blowers in the studio, has picked a piece, basically a drinking glass type piece, to make at your request. And we've already advertised this for you, but to recap again, the cost is $55, and for that you'll get the drinking glass, but you'll also be making a charitable contribution. The proceeds of a portion of the proceeds goes toward the charity, and we take care of the shipping, taxes, and everything else. So $55 will do it for you. And so this is a really worthy cause. We're happy to support them once again. Good morning, Brian. Good morning from Texas in Sugar Land. Okay. So there's the idea with the posters and stuff. Foster will be making stemless wine glasses. I'll be making the octagonal tumbler. Todd will be making the rock glasses, and Josh will be making pilsners. And we'll venture on over here to the table to show you a little bit of the display, just so you can see what we're talking about. It is not too late to order, please. We would love to get orders during the show. So if you call us at 301-253-6642, it's also listed on our website. We can take your order while we're in progress. You can message Theta, you can email. Carrier pigeons would get here too late for this morning, but they might make it by our 5 p.m. deadline. Order by 5 p.m. and we'll take care of getting the money to charity and a glass to you. So up here in the front, we've got the stemless wine glasses. We've got rock glasses, which Todd will be making, and Josh will be making the Pilsner shapes, and I'll be doing the octagonal tumblers over there. And our winner from last week's giveaway was Carol Ann, this beautiful little clear pitcher, because last week was pitchers and decanters. So we really have no program listed up there today. In fact, we're going to be kind of winging it a little bit. We don't have a specific order. No, Lisa, you did not miss the chance to place an order for the fundraiser. You can do it right now, this very moment. Hello, Joanna. Welcome from the UK. So, anybody wants to order, it's still not too late. Call us. Here is a picture of the phone number, 301-253-6642. We could do this like the commercials you hear on the radio, and I could repeat it 17 times, but I'm not going to bother you with that. We could show you a picture of the phone, which Theta carries, but we'd rather you called her and placed an order. Or do it online with us. Even say in the comments, I really want to order, help me out, and we'll get it done. Because this is really important to help those that are less fortunate, and the studio really supports this. So there are the cups. That's what we're going to be making today. Don't forget, you can still get in on t-shirts. We have a few of the red ones left. Somebody really wants to buy one. Foster might give you the one off his back, but I don't know that you really want it. But mine's probably a double XL, so you probably don't want that either. The gray ones are in plenty of supply. So it's going to be a little, we haven't even determined who's going first today, so we're going to powwow and get together on that. But first, what I'd like to do, winging a prayer. Yes, indeed. All righty. So first of all, let me introduce you to Patrick Foley. Hey, Patrick. Patrick's been around the studio, known Foster and Theta from the Ren Fair for a good 18 years or so. Those of you that first started these videos and wondered who the hell is Bruce, because you'd never seen me at the Ren Fair, you've seen Patrick, though, because the last probably 5 years or so, Patrick,
right.
He's been helping out at the Ren Fair, and I've been working here. So it looks like Foster is back there gathering glass already. And are you going to go first, Foster?
I'm going to go first. I'm going to be the guinea pig.
Foster's going first. What are you making, buddy?
We're making a stemless wine glass that has a chalcedony pattern to it. And the chalcedony color grouping has been pre-mixed and cut into buttons. And there, Josh has picked one up on the end of a bit iron or putty iron, solid iron. He's heating it in the glory hole, and we're going to drop it on. We're going to drop it onto the end of this first gather of glass. We're going to move it around so that it will be at the bottom portion of the glass, or the parazon, the glass on the end of the blowpipe. And then I will put more glass over it when prepared to blow into an optic mold, or excuse me, into a wooden mold, so that we can do, so that I can do stemless wine glass.
Okie doke. All right, so Foster's going to be here working at his bench. Todd's going to be doing any of his pieces there at the second bench. Here we go with the color drop for the guys. And there we go. So just as Foster explained, it's a multiple color mix, is chalcedony, and he'll heat that up and manipulate it. Josh will be working down at the third bench down there. There's Josh. Good morning, Josh. And I'll be all the way down at the fourth bench, the back bench.
Don't play in the corner.
Well, you know what? I couldn't resist, especially since we got Joanna from the UK. I wanted to look up what the definition of a backbencher is. And it actually fits me. It's a term for members of parliament who have really no standing to sit up front. Quite often there's somebody that hasn't quite reached status to be a front bencher, or in some cases, they're government officials who have actually moved back in disgrace. So it seems somehow appropriate that they've got me as the backbencher. At any rate, Foster's now rolling out the color on the end of the gather of clear. He'll be shaping that up and gathering more. And now what we're going to do is really put Patrick on the spot. I'm going to hand the camera off to Patrick. Thank you very much, Patrick.
Okay. Thank you, Bruce. Okay, so there's Foster at the glory hole heating that up.
I'm going to use the marbury table one more time, push that color up just a little bit farther, and in preparation for the stemless wine glass. And this is for Elizabeth down in Arlington, and she's recovering from some recent surgery, and we hope that she's doing really well. And we look forward to seeing her back in the studio for one-on-one instruction about Christmas time, the first of the year.
Okay, so Foster's taking that hot glass to the marbling table and working that color right into the top of the bubble. And Bruce David Hogan says, but we still love you.
So, we've put Patrick on the spot today by making him come in here, and we've got a couple of things going on at once. So Josh has already started his piece, and since I can't walk and chew gum, we're going to have Patrick give it a try, and he can go back and forth between the active glass blowers.
Very good.
Patrick.
Sure thing.
I don't know if you can get a real good close-up of that pattern. That's the chalcedony pattern. That's a silver blue, a silver green, and some copper ruby color that have been heated up and mixed together.
It's a beautiful combination.
I need to reheat this just a little bit before I get the next gather. I'll get this under my belt, and then you can start working with Josh and Bruce.
Okay, so while Foster's getting that second gather, Here's Josh working on his. He's got his first gather, little puff of air, trapping that air in the pipe, expands the bubble.
Tell people what you're making.
What am I making?
Making a Pilsner,
There you
but
go.
it's a special
It's a
combination.
special. It's a beer mug Pilsner. And this is special for Ted Scott. Ted Scott said, hey, can you make some beer Pilsners? Why not? Let's give it a try.
Sounds good. Brian Ritter says looking good, and Mary Beth Morgan says it's stunning.
So we kind of make the beer mugs in reverse. We actually start at the bottom, work our way to the top, and then turn it all back around again. So it's a little bit of a process. So Bruce is actually gathering up for the white foam. So he's got a couple gathers there.
Here's Bruce making some foam.
The amber waves of gray are next.
I'm just about ready to plug this into the mold.
Okay, so let's take a quick look at Foster again. He's about to go to the next step on the stemless wine. Here we have a wooden mold that is kept in water until it's in use. He's blowing into that pipe. Then it expands into the mold.
There's a pattern on the bottom portion. It needs to be reheated momentarily. I'm going to bring it over to the bench where I can shake the bottom portion, flatten it, make the indentation to accept the punny. You can see this pattern slowly becoming evident.
Now Foster's using his jacks to put a little dimple in the bottom of that so he'll be able to attach the punty. The jacks are actually like two knives on a spring there that he's able to control.
And the glass blower's fingers.
Glass blower's fingers, yes. So he's hanging that from a hook at the moment so he can get the punty. Sometimes we have two people working together to attach the punty, but today, since everybody's working on another glass, Foster's doing this alone. So he'll take the punty over to the marbling table. Get that the shape he wants. Centers that on the bottom of the glass.
Center it up and put some water on the neck for that indentation. Hit the pipe and that percussion causes it to separate.
Now he's going to have to give that some more heat. While he's doing that, let's see what Josh is up to with his glass. Remember, this is the beer Pilsner. He's back in the glory hole heating up. He's applied the white foam that will be at the top of the glass. So what you see blowing out is the bottom of the glass right now.
And that'll be actually the lip of the glass, so you'll have the, that'll be the clear part up near the lip, followed by the foam, and you write the body. And what we're going to do here in just a moment, after Josh knocks that little piece off and then opens it up a little bit, I'll bring another pipe over for him, and we'll actually insert another blowpipe into that.
And Ted sent a picture. Ted sent a picture over. I mean, it had like this tiny. I'm like, okay, I'll try.
Oh,
We'll
wow,
try to get
really?
just a little. He wants a really cool glass.
He wants a cool glass.
Yeah, cool
Okay.
glass.
Okay then.
Jennifer says, so much action today. Can't wait to see today's creations.
That should be a fun one. And it's a good call. So we're happy about that.
Mary Beth Morgan likes Bruce's voice.
Good, Bruce.
Ready?
Yeah. All right.
Okay, so Bruce has heated up that other iron. Goes inside.
Give me a little push.
Josh used a little bit of water on the neck and was able to tap that off. So we transferred that over. Take a quick look and see what Foster is up to now, at what stage. So he's using the jacks now to open up that glass.
We're getting close here. One more reheat to finish it off. And the final dimensional checks for the diameter of the mouth and the overall height of the stemless wine glass. And then we'll take it off, put it into the annealing oven where it will stay for the rest of the working day. That gives the glass its strength.
Good morning, Christy McCloy. Where's everybody from? Okay, so he's using those jacks again to get the shape he wants. It's hard to see exactly what colors that's going to be because of the heat, but as that cools off, it's going to be even more pronounced. It's a beautiful mixture.
Got the mouth.
He's using the calipers, check on the size, make sure they're all uniform.
We're good to go.
And there we go. That's the beautiful stemless wine. Chalcedony
pattern. And excellent. Good. I'm going to stabilize the heat, take it off, put her into the annealing oven, and we thank you for being with us. We
Okay.
enjoyed watching Josh and Bruce make these.
Okay. Josh is setting those calipers so that he knows he's going to get the right size in the end. Put some more heat on there. Oh, another gather of glass. Okay. Snips off the glass he doesn't need. He's using the special shears for that. Now he's going to use his pad of newspaper and help stabilize the outside.
That's what happens when your paper's not wet. It looks cool, but it's not ideal.
Smoke detector and a hot shot.
Mary Beth Morgan says, I need another red dotted seamless stemless wine glass to match my mismatched one from the festival.
Absolutely.
So we can certainly do that.
Yeah, send a message to Dina. She can definitely help you.
And we will be taking orders until 5 o'clock in order to be part of this charity event for No Kid Hungry. He's using the jacks to close that neck up a little bit to make it easier to get it off at the end. Back into the glory hole to get some more heat on there. I see Todd has also started a piece, so let's go over and see where he is. He's going to be making the rock glasses.
Yes, I make these glasses and I throw rocks at them. I got an order for a pair with the red bottoms, so I'm going to melt the red in right now. I'll go back in another layer and then we're going to manipulate that to this up a little bit. And then we'll go from there. Put another layer of glass on that. Hopefully I'll get this right. I don't know.
Well, you've practiced it once or twice, so I think you're probably okay.
Once for sure. Twice.
So back into the red frit for the bottom.
When red gets hot, it actually is black. When orange gets hot, it looks red. When yellow gets hot, it looks orange. Melt that in. A little decoration, set a bubble. Put another layer of glass on it. I'll start pulling the rock spots.
Back to the marving table. We're just going to shape that a little bit more. And back to the bench. So let me
Twist it up a little bit. Give it a little action.
see that spiral he just put in there. Ted Scott wants to know if that's one of his pilsners. Yes, it is.
It doesn't look like a beer glass? They're about to put a foot on that beer foot on it.
Oh. Okay, Scott, I'm going to shift over for you so you can see them put the foot on.
Meanwhile,
So he's using the pad of newspaper there. To give the sides a bit more support and stability. Here comes Bruce with another gather of glass for the foot. Josh centers that on the glass. Now, using the wooden paddles there, he's going to spin that foot out. Those are two pieces of wood on a hinge. It allows him to squeeze it out, get a nice round foot on there for you. That flat paddle is to make sure it's going to stand upright for you on the table. A little more heat, and Bruce is ready with a punty. He gets that centered.
all right, Patrick, let's test you from all the years of the fair.
Okay.
So what's the French word for punty?
Pontil.
Puntil, what's that mean?
Bridge.
There you go.
That's the
Nope,
bridging
far
iron.
out.
And unlike the iron that Josh started with, the punty iron is a solid iron. You don't blow through it. He's going to reheat that so that Josh can open up that mouth a bit. Let me walk over to Todd again.
No. Not ready.
Dazzle us, Todd.
Yeah, those two work together really well. I've got the bottom pushed down a little bit. I want to keep the space really thick. So I've kind of paddled and cooled that. What I'm going to do is let this neck stretch a little bit longer so we get the upper half of the spine. I'd love to take it up and try it out. So get this really hot. I'm going to let the weight do the work for us.
These rocks glasses have a really nice, heavy, solid bottom to them. They've got a really nice weight.
That bottom glass makes the rock and roll go around. Right?
Exactly. And they can be made in any color.
True that. So we cut this neckline so we can turn this around. We have to use the bottle. Let that stretch a little longer. Before you make it a drinking glass, if you have to keep refilling it, you should be able to have something that's more than adequate,
Exactly.
in my mind.
So Todd, why do they make Scotch glasses heavy at the bottom?
I guess so when you're really lit, you set it down really hard with the
You
brain.
want to smell it?
That's my guess. I don't know, is there a real reason?
I'm sure there is, but that's as good as any.
I'm hoping for it.
Uh-oh, we've got some shade here, Tom. Jennifer says, it looks like Todd didn't get the memo about the burgundy shirt and shorts for today. Nobody tells Todd anything.
Right. Yeah, free spirit here. Alright, we're going to put a bottom on this and see if we can get
And
a decent shape. We'll see.
Todd, we have a question from Christy McCloy. Can two colors be used on the bottom of a rocks glass?
Sure. Sometimes you have to watch for what you're mixing. You can mix colors that will do what's called striking, where the boundaries of the color chunks themselves react chemically with each other. You get some nice variation in the color. You can do complementary colors so that they really look nice together. You can do an opaque and transparent together to get something a little bit more lush looking. Lush when you're making a drinking glass probably appropriate. Alright, so I think we're ready to put a putty on.
Okay. If you want to turn around, Josh has just finished. He's just finishing up the beer Pilsner glass.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Now we're coming around.
Finishing touches on the beer.
Yeah. It looks pretty darn good.
I think so too. So you're going to knock that off into the annealing oven.
That's
And there we go.
that easy.
Simple as pie, right?
Absolutely.
So that glass will be in the annealing oven, which kept at 1,000 degrees until they turn it off at the end of the day. And it'll cool down very slowly. And we'll be all set for him to sign that tomorrow. Todd is back in the glory hole. He's got his punty ready. Oh, Scott Farrell says the thick bottom of a Scotch glass is to prevent your hand from heating the Scotch.
Oh, is that right?
We'll go with that.
Sure. I like it.
He's centering that Conti right now. And a little drop of water on the neck where he cut with the jack before. A little percussion is going to separate that glass. Nicely done.
I would say if your scotch is getting warm, then you probably should drink faster.
That's true. She's going to bring that back to the glory hole to heat it up so you can start working on the mouth.
And you can see the red swirl that's in there a little more clearly. Stretch this out a little bit, thin the neck out, inflate it. Nice pretty shape. A little more heat.
Bruce, I've got pliers here.
Again, all of today's pieces are being made for a fundraiser for No Kid Hungry. $55 per glass, includes your shipping and the taxes. The rest is all donated to No Kid Hungry, which is a local charity to feed children in the area. Especially during this time, there are so many people who are food insecure. We want to see that we do our best and make sure that they're taken care of. No Kid Hungry is a charity that Art of Fire has donated to before. Last time they raised about $3,500, thanks to you, and we hope to be able to do that again. So please keep those orders coming up until 5 o'clock tonight. So even if you don't see it done live, it will certainly be done for charity. Mary Beth Morgan says, I want that glass. That is going to match my mismatched glass. This is going to be a rock glass. He's going to straighten up those sides, so it's not going to be the same shape as a stemless wine. But we can certainly do a stemless wine to match the one that you've got.
Rock Fest? Did I hear you correctly? Rock
Todd, what is this doing?
What I'm doing right now is stretching some of this glass to thin out the lip a little bit. And then I'm going to remove some of that excess. Just makes the lip a little thinner. It helps to just it's a little prettier presentation. Kind of evolve for your glass where you start off making sort of these Flintstone kind of pieces. They're nice and functional, but they're clunky.
Okay, so it'll be clunky on the bottom, but refined at the top.
It's evolution. Right?
That's right. And Mary Beth says, yes, a straight sided is what I need. So
we're going to take this excess off now. Using the same process that we do to cut the neckline. Thin that out. A little drop of water. Grip. Like that so it's a little crunchy. One more drop of water. There we go. Perfect. Just like in a
that is perfect, yes. So back to the glory hole to heat that up so you can start opening up the mouth for you. Mary Beth, if you would contact Theta, let her know that this is the glass that you want. We will absolutely have this sent for you.
And I know we're also doing a set in red and a set in blue, so we've got a couple left that I'll be working on through the rest of the morning until I get anything else. So we'll just keep going. I don't know where everybody else went, but
Okay, so now it's out of the glory hole. It's going to use the jacks on it to open up that mouth.
get it started. Go back and put a little more heat into it. See if we can finish this off. Parchovies this time. more glass with a little more refined fashion here. See if we can straighten this piece out.
Are those parchovies made of wood?
Yes, they are.
And that's why they're kept in the bucket of water all the time.
Exactly.
Very
See?
good.
He knows what he's talking about. You're in good hands, folks. We'll do that one more time just for giggles and grins.
Scott, we just had another call in from Sheila Moran in Cobalt Park for 2 more Cobalt Scott classes. Woo-hoo! Rock on.
Now back to the parchovies. Now this smooths out the inside when he does it like that.
Yeah, a little gentler tool. I think we're good there. Pretty little cup.
That is a nice cup.
Nice.
Very nice. It's hard to see the swirl right now, but as that cools off, it's going to look gorgeous.
We'll put this in the annealer with everything else and all in it up. Back.
Okay. Now he's putting some water on that neck there, just to, with percussion to tap it off. Now he's going to put on some gloves because he's a coward.
I like listening.
It's a small glass, it wouldn't burn much. Then into the annealer.
Just everything off my hands.
Okay.
Left, left.
Let me show you over here again the glasses that we're making today. This is all for the benefit of No Kid Hungry. $55 a glass, pays for shipping and taxes. The rest of it is given to the charity No Kid Hungry, which is a local charity which feeds kids in the area. We have our stemless wines. You can have them in any color you choose. Here we have some confetti. We have a swirl in a multicolor. We have some blue ones, some blue swirl and blue confetti. In the back we have some Pilsner glasses. Next to them we have tumblers, which Bruce will be demonstrating very soon. And then these are the rocks glasses that you just saw Todd make. The one he made was in Burgundy. And then another batch of stemless wines. And we also have the t-shirts, the Artifier t-shirts. One says I blew it on the front and it's Artifier in the back. The other one is for a hot time and Artifier in the back.
Sometimes it's part of Ireland.
That's right.
Not too often.
Notice Foster has the other design, which is an Artifier with the glass blowing tools on the front.
Correct.
So those come in gray and in red.
So now I'm going to be making a cobalt blue decanter with gold leaf that's being picked up on the bottom as a custom order for this glass blowing live experience. So I have picked up the piece of cobalt blue colored glass. We're allowing it to cool down. I'm going to cool it and shape it. I'll blow into the pipe. Grab the air with my finger. And you might have been able to see the color expand from a tapered to a rounded shape. Now, in the background, you hear the vacuum, which is attached to what we call the vacuum plate. There's the gold leaf that we're going to go ahead and pick up. I'm going to get my first gather of a rabbit glass.
We'll get that gather from the main furnace, which has about 150 pounds of clear molten glass in the bottom of the furnace. back to the bench and start shaping that a bit.
I've got the block, which of course is made of cherry wood, the fruit wood family. It's used to put a skin onto the glass.
Angela Dwyer says she misses seeing you in person at the Rent Fair. Wonderful to watch this.
Well, they can come and watch us in person here at the studio.
That's true. We do practice safe distancing
That's correct.
so that you are safe during these COVID days, but we do welcome visitors, and we always welcome custom orders.
And we're always happy to work with you as best we can. Your safety and ours is the most important thing these days. So, we have the first gather of clear glass over the cobalt blue. We had expanded it down. I'm going to get another gather of clear glass. We're going to cool it, shape it, and then put it and pick up the gold leaf onto the bottom portion, which is what these folks have requested.
So back to the main furnace for another gather of clear molten glass. Michael Herman says hello.
Hey, Michael. And then you could work with Bruce.
Well, let me just show them you picking up that gold.
Sounds good.
Now Foster's able to add either gold leaf or silver leaf, and it's done in the same manner. So he's got to have a vacuum under it so it doesn't fly away. It's very, very fragile. He's picking up the gold now. So this will be on the base.
Turn that off. Thank you. Thanks, Ty.
And now we're going to walk down and see what Bruce is up to. He's working with a blow tube in his mouth, so he can't talk to us at the moment. So Bruce is making his tumbler glass. So he dipped that into an optic mold and twisted that so we have a nice spiral. He's tightening the neck so it'll make it easier to take off the pipe. And now he's checking with his calipers, make sure it's the right size. Back in to reheat. It's using the jacks to stabilize the outside of this. See that spiral really nicely in there. Again with the jacks on the outside. Make sure the sides are nice and straight.
Look how serious he is when he works. Look at him, he's focused. What's up? I said, look how serious you are when you actually work, right?
If you'd like to place an order today We will take orders up to 5 o'clock to benefit No Kid Hungry. $55 per glass includes the charitable donation, tax, and shipping. We'll get that out to you. Today we're doing primarily the tumblers that Bruce is working on now. He just flattened the bottom there. Stemless wine glasses, rocks glasses, and pilsners. We'll also take special orders if you'd like, but today we're working on the glasses for No Kids Hungry. These make excellent Christmas gifts. And we can also do a gift certificate if you're not sure what to get somebody. So we can do any denomination. Just give Dita a call. She'll get that all set up for you. Josh is working on the punty for Bruce's tumbler. Take that to the marving table. Now take it over to Bruce. We'll center that on the bottom. And a little bit of water on the neck, and then a little percussion will separate that from the blowpipe. Nicely done. Now it goes back into the glory hole to be heated, and then Bruce will start working on the neck, or the mouth of the glass. Josh has just picked up a small piece of color that he's heating in the glory hole for the next glass that he'll be doing. Or is this for the lip?
Yeah, this is
Okay. So this will be for Bruce's glass. This is going to be the wrap.
This is for Barbara, and she asked for a dark blue lip wrap.
Dark blue lip wrap. Okay.
Ready whenever you are.
Josh has got that lip wrap all set. And Bruce will guide that on where he wants it. Just keep spinning that tumbler in his hand. And back to be reheated.
I escape from the dark corners when I can, because there's more room around the fence.
Bruce is using the end of the jacks just to straighten that out. Now the inside, he's opening that up with the jacks, with the blades. Bruce, will you be putting ribs in this as well? Tracks are straightening out that glass. You can see the blue coming out now. It's cooling off
Josh
a bit.
was teasing me about how serious I look when I'm actually working glass. But I'd like to give a shout out to Jay flame worker who made our spiders several weeks ago to put on the witches' hats and stuff. Because Jay was coming around the studio for a while, and he was watching me work one day, and he said, "I've never seen such a focused frown." So thank you, Jay.
Ted Scott is asking, where are your octagonal fins?
Okay, so now I'm going to put the whole down on the floor.
Here you go, Ted. Okay, and right on top of those fins. Nice. I'm going to run down here to see Foster's progression on his decanter. Remember, this is a cobalt blue with the gold leaf. He has pre-made the stopper, so now he's making sure that the decanter will fit that stopper.
So now I'm fitting the stopper into the neck of the decanter. So this takes a little bit. It's a little bit too large, so I'm going to use my cartophies or my cardboard jacks to decrease the diameter here.
So by using the cardboard jacks or the parchophies, it's going to get a nice smooth finish on the outside. If you use the metal ones, it might scratch them.
And it doesn't, these don't take quite as much heat. Okay? Now before it was too open, now it's too closed. So I'm going to go back and reheat. I'm going to cool that neck. You can see the gold leaf. It's interesting, it almost looks like a tree there. That said,
So now he's got that neck nice and hot, he can work with that again.
good. So now the stopper fits, and the stopper has wax that's been put onto it so that it does not stick to the neck of the decanter. So there's the completed decanter. We're going to stabilize the heat, take it off, and put it into the annealing oven. Here we use a butter knife to tap that punctal juncture. That creates a weak spot where the two pieces have been attached. I'm going to use the hammer handle behind my hand, and that percussion caused it to separate. Put the glove on, pick that up, and into the annealing oven.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
I see Todd is working on another piece here, so we'll go down the studio a bit.
We're ready.
What color do we have on the bottom this time?
This is another red one.
Okay.
I'm gonna work on that set, and I've got it in order for some green, a green pair, and a cobalt blue pair. So we got some folks out there supporting No Kid Hungry, thank you very much. That's what this is all about today. Help us out.
And remember, we'll be taking orders until 5 o'clock to benefit No Kid Hungry. These glasses are $55 each for the charitable contribution, which includes the shipping and tax. And we'll get that all out to you later on in the week. Just using that pad of paper again to stabilize the outside.
Hey Patrick, I'd like to thank everybody because Josh was getting ready to do the piece again. We've got his irons up, but he's been delayed because one of you called in with an order. And that's a good reason to have a delay. So
Absolutely.
please, keep it coming. We really enjoy doing this for you and for No Kid Hungry. So hang in there, keep it coming.
That's right. The last time Art of Fire did a fundraiser for No Kid Hungry, they donated about $3,500 to the charity. This is a local charity which feeds children in the area. Remember, especially today when some kids are not going to school in person, some of them only get their meals at school. So No Kid Hungry makes sure that they are getting meals each day. Very worthwhile charity. We're very proud to be part of this.
Absolutely.
We are also happy to take orders for gift certificates, which would be perfect for the holidays coming up. If you're not quite sure what your friends would want, they can choose it themselves. So we can do any denomination. Just give Peter a call or send a message. We'll be happy to work on that for you.
Get that a little bit longer and taller. Let's see what we got. Don't do these too often in the shows.
Todd, when you're blowing into the iron, about how much pressure do you have to put in there?
It's really not a lot. You know, when we do ornaments with little kids, we say, you know, like you're blowing bubbles into chocolate milk through a straw. It's really not blowing hard. What you need is the glass to be really hot, because that's what makes it move. You can blow as hard as you want, but if the glass isn't hot enough, it's not going to move.
Very
Get it
true.
really, really hot, just a little bitty puff, and it's going to do its thing for you. Hot glass moves, cold glass don't. Bruce will tell you that
I've heard that somewhere.
somewhere.
Does that mean you're an old timer now?
When
Stretch that a little bit more.
When Todd starts out a piece, he's using glass from the main furnace, which is about 2,400 degrees. As his glass cools down, he can no longer work it anymore, so he's got to go back to the glory hole to put more heat in it. So when it gets down to about 1,800 degrees, it's too cold.
Yeah, you've been around here a while. You know all the beeswax.
See
man.
that?
Hard to find good help.
That's right.
Still trying to replace me, I think.
That's why I come here at night to practice. I know the theory.
All it's left is practice, practice, practice.
That's right. So I could probably teach, because those who cannot do, teach.
Right. And those who can't teach, evaluate.
Exactly. So he's going to hang that up so he can let that sit for a while, get a Ponte ready, so he can transfer it to work on the lid. Just giving that little bit of glass some stability here on the marbling table. Now they both go into the glory hole to heat up a little bit more so he can work on it. He centers that Ponte.
More or less.
Little water on the neck. And then some percussion will separate the pipe.
But
That's it.
that's a triplet pattern. That's a shorty. It's like more like a shot glass than a shot glass.
He's going to heat the top of that glass, and you notice once in a while he'll go all the way into the glory hole to keep some heat on the Ponte as well. That's called flashing the piece. And you can see that swirl pattern on the bottom when it's in there too. It's nice. So again, this is going to be a nice heavy bottom rock glass. This is part of a special order to benefit No Kid Hungry.
No Kid Hungry. That's what it's all about today. No Kid Hungry.
Exactly. You notice?
Help everybody out. We're all on this together.
Did you notice Todd rubbed his jacks at the edge of that bench? There's a little bit of wax there that keeps it from gliding onto the hot glass.
You know what kind of wax it is?
Beeswax.
Nunya.
Nunya beeswax. Okay. Well, that makes sense.
Any better, so I'll get optimistic. Nothing but dad jokes. All right, see if we can start this out a little bit.
Okay. Now the top of the glass is hot enough that you can start working on that. And again, he's pinching the top to make that glass a little thinner so he can break it off. So the bottom of the rock glass is going to be nice and heavy and solid, but the lip itself will be nice and refined. We're happy to take any orders up until 5 o'clock today to benefit No Kid Hungry, a local charity that feeds kids in the area.
No Kid Hungry.
No Kid Hungry.
That's what we're doing today.
For $55, you get a glass, shipping and handling and taxes taken care of, and then the rest of that money is going to No Kid Hungry, which is a local charity.
And the good feeling that helps the kids out.
Exactly. While you drink a nice big glass of scotch.
That's right. That's your reward for helping.
Gonna
There we go.
chip that top glass away. Now back to the glory hole to heat that up so you can finish off the lid.
Monique and Ramiro ordered a set of the beer filters.
Awesome.
So that was pretty cool.
It is awesome.
Very nice. Thank you guys for that. And I know No Kid Hungry will really appreciate it.
Cut another couple of cups of 19.
I'll do this one. I'll do this one and then.
Sure, get that a little bigger.
up.
Josh, you have a piece of color on that, or is it just
Yeah,
clear?
I got a piece of that gold brown, that really nice amber color.
Okay. So this will be the body of the glass, the beer. That looks nice and hot. Just going to take that to the marvering table and shape that a bit. Get ready to start blowing into it. Just a puff of air traps that air with his finger, and a bubble forms at the top of the iron. Now he's going to, for his first gather of clear glass from the main furnace. In the meantime, Todd has
In the meanwhile,
Todd's using his paper for trophies on the inside of the glass now, make those sides nice and smooth, nice and straight. Ish.
I make my excuses often and early. That's not bad. We'll make it a little taller. Again, I haven't made these. I made 2 today, which brings my grand total to making these 2.
Oh, okay.
I'm still getting the dial. I'm still getting the dial in here.
And of course, you won't really see the color in that until it cools down, but it's got the nice red bottom on it, red thread inside. Now he's going to use some water on that neckline and then tap it off and put it into the annealer overnight. Nice job, Todd.
Go get them.
Now, since Josh is making a beer Pilsner, right now, Bruce is getting a gather glass that he's going to put a white powder over. This will be the foam for the Pilsner. So that goes into a little bowl of fine white powder to give the white color.
It is glass.
It
Yeah,
is
fine
glass,
white
yes.
powder, yeah.
Yes, it's a glass powder.
My daughter and her husband work for the DEA.
So funny story, there was actually one of our students and she had white glass powder in her car. Overnight somebody broke into her car and that was the only thing they stole was the bag of white glass powder. That was it. So I think those people were in for a surprise.
Set that right on top. Give it a little shear.
And Patrick, I want to thank you because I didn't realize how easy these guys had it.
See?
While I was running around the studio for 2 hours
Trying to
talking
avoid their
filming,
glass.
and now I have time to sip some coffee, get a drink of water, walk around. So thank you, Patrick.
No problem.
Wait, I missed that. I was out getting my cup of coffee. What did Bruce say?
Now Josh is going to remove the excess of the white. There we go, tap it. It's on the floor. Okay. Reheat it again in the glory hole. That glory hole is about 2,400 degrees and is used just to reheat the glass. glass blowers also get to sit down a lot, which is an easy job. Okay, so Bruce is going to drop the glass for the foot there. I'm sorry, it's not the foot, that's the top of the glass.
Yeah, that's the clear glass.
That's the clear glass lip.
And since that clear glass really is the only thing that's hot, when I blow into it, that's only what's going to move. So that's how we kind of control where it blows out.
And what glass blowing theory is that based on?
Hot glass moves, cold glass don't. You got it. You gotta say don't. Cold glass don't. Come on. Still a little hot.
Got a Klingon.
Look, you can even see the little water bouncing around in there.
He didn't even have to touch it. He just looked it off.
That's right.
I mean, it knew it. It's like when your kids know they're in trouble.
Exactly.
You give them that look. You give the glass that look, and it knows to go.
The glass is afraid of Josh. Josh is making a beer Pilsner.
We call it a Pilsner.
Maybe I'll go for it. I like that. Is that what we call her a filter?
No, actually, we should be using like a gold yellow.
We will be taking orders for No Kid Hungry up until 5 o'clock today. So even after our live demonstration is over, we'll still be working on those orders for you. $55 is for the glass, includes shipping and taxes, and the rest is donated to No Kid Hungry. Last time, Art of Fire donated about $3,500 to No Kid Hungry, which is a local charity feeding children in this area, and we're very proud to be part of their team of supporters. We also have gift certificates available if you'd like to order a gift certificate for the holidays coming up. Your friends can choose whatever they like. And we can do those in any denomination. Speak to Theta and she'll take care of that for you.
Any denomination, they do that in French francs.
Of course. If you haven't had a chance to look at our website, you'll see our catalog on there as well. We can also do custom orders if you see something in a color you like, and we can work with you on that too for anything that is in our catalog.
So that was the long way to get to have it clear, and then white, and then the color. Normally we would have the color, but since we want that little band of clear at the top there, we actually have to make it in reverse, and then switch it back around. If you can think of another way to do it, let me know.
He's going back to the main furnace for another gather of clear glass.
There you go.
He's letting that excess glass drip off into a bucket of water. If he still has too much, he'll snip it off, like that. Using the paper pad, he's now smoothing the outside, giving that a little stability, make it a little cooler, so that when he blows into it, the outside doesn't just expand like a round bubble.
Patrick, could I get you to come over here for just a second, please? One of our viewers a couple of weeks ago asked to see what the color looked, what the glass looked like when we poured it out of that drip-off bucket.
Oh, okay.
This is it right here. Because we can't show you us tipping the bucket over and throwing it all over the floor, but this is what was in the break-off buckets that we have around the studio. The color cannot be reused, but we can pick through it and find the clear bits and use them. And that's how we wind up with full buckets of clear grit over there.
Very good. Back to the marbling table. Now he's blowing into that again.
So like Bruce likes to say, we always start out with a sphere. Then we change that, right, Bruce?
Yep.
Now he's using a little centrifugal force to extend that bubble a bit, just making a longer shape there. We don't worry too much about that flying off because the chances of it happening twice in one day are pretty small.
That's right.
He's really not worried about it flying off because he's never in the line and will fly off.
That's right. Yes.
You and I might be a different story.
Exactly. Bruce, I'm sorry, Josh. Ted Scott says, Josh, I'm sorry to be a pain. I thought you would have do a big lip wrap with the clear.
A big lip wrap with clear? Oh, you said a lip wrap with clear? I think we can do that. These actually be for Monica Ramiro. Give these to them. Hey, Bruce, let's go ahead.
Now Bruce is going to get that glass for the foot. Josh checked with the calipers, make sure it's the right size.
We got that little bit of liquid clear you can see at the top there.
Let's see if I can get a little closer view.
And that'll give you just that hint of clear at the top.
We'll probably see it better when we take it off the iron. He says, no, I don't need it now. Here comes Bruce with the clear glass for the foot. He's going to drop that on the table. Josh snips off what he doesn't need, and then centers that onto the puddle of clear glass. Back for reheating in the glory hole. And now back to the bench, where he's going to use those hinge paddles to spin that foot out. Those paddles allow him to get a nice, even, spun foot. I was using the jacks just to contour them a bit. And again, back to the glory hole. Now Bruce is preparing the puntee so that we can start working on the mouth of this piece. And while they do that, let me go down and check on Todd.
Trying something a little different here,
Okay.
just to see if we can get
Is this also red?
this is green.
Green. Okay.
The green pieces for a little bit, just to
Spice it up a bit.
There you
huh? Okay. So you notice it looks red because it's hot, but as it cools, it'll be a green bottom. So right now, Todd is blowing with a glow tube so that he can blow into the glass as he spins it. That wooden paddle is used to flatten the bottom, so as he's blowing, it blows out instead of through the bottom itself. Keep it nice and solid. The beauty of handmade glass is that it doesn't come out like it's part of a mold.
like it's supposed to.
That each piece is individual. He'll hang it upside down as he prepares the puntee. Getting a small amount of glass on the end of that puntee iron. He's going to attach that to the bottom of the glass he's been working on.
Don't forget, we're supporting no Get Hungry, so if you're thinking about getting something, jump off the fence and come on down, order a piece of glass, get some call, send us a message. We're supporting no Get Hungry, right there. Help the most vulnerable of our society out. Support. Be a good person.
Now he's got that piece centered. And keep on turning it, make sure it stays there. Little water on the neck. We'll tap that, and the percussion will release the glass onto the puntee iron.
Still a little bit.
Back to the glory hole to heat up what will be the mouth of that glass so we can work on it again. Mary Beth loves the red color. But actually, Mary Beth, that's green, but it just looks red when it's hot.
Stop right there.
Good idea. While Todd works on the mouth of that piece, let's go down to Foster. He's doing another stemless wine.
This is with the gold leaf in the cobalt that will be the first in the pair to match up with the decanter that you saw made earlier.
The gold leaf doesn't show up really well on camera right now, but as that glass cools, it's going to be absolutely gorgeous.
Just like me.
Just like Foster, yes.
Josh is finishing up the second of his beer.
It's like a pretty good pour of beer.
That is a nice border beer, yes.
Here's to you. Get to open this up.
Now he's going to open up that mouth with the jacks. And you can see the gold leaf a little bit better now. Notice the glass that was red is now turning back to blue now that it's cooling off a bit. We'll use the calipers to make sure they're the right size, so we have matching set. Let's see the gold leaf there. Oh, yeah, there's the gold leaf. Beautiful.
And thank you for the order. We appreciate the opportunity to make some glass for you and to donate to the No Kid Hungry organization. And thank you very much. I think Bruce is going to work next.
Okay. And again, we can do gold leaf or silver leaf if you have a preference. So keep that in mind as you order. Going to tap that, put it into the annealing iron, and he's all set. Beautiful job, folks.
Here we go. Thank you.
Now Bruce is finally going to do some work.
I know, right? Talking about drinking his coffee, he needs to get to work.
So this is going to be another tumbler, is that right? Bruce, you'll be doing it.
Warming it up right now.
Oh, okay.
There's cold pipe. It's not very
Okay.
process.
So he's just warming a pipe up. Nothing special. Nothing to see here, folks. We'll go back to Todd.
Even less to see here. More the same. Working on these cups. But for a very good cause, thumbs up. Help some kids out.
So Todd stretched out the mouth of this glass so that he can break off the pieces he doesn't need. We'll give him a thinner mouth and a nice heavy bottom. So these rocks glasses can be sold individually or in pairs. He's working on a special order right now of a pair of rocks glasses with a green bottom, which looks red because it's so hot. Now he's snipping off the glass he doesn't want. And then back to the glory hole. The red shirt that's hanging up right now that middle of the studio is, it says I blew it on the front, but Peter's also ordering more, so we expect to get others. If there's one that you particularly like, please let Peter know and she'll set it up for you. So now Todd is using the jacks to open up that mouth.
Good, Sophia this time. Pop this out some air instead of just using the jacks. Forcing it by hand. See what happens.
Mary Beth, are you talking about this piece? Okay, so Mary Beth is asking about this piece.
This roundel,
Yes.
that was something that we played around with design-wise, and we used a sandblaster through the thinner portions just to see what that shape would come out looking like. Just an experiment.
That's a sand dollar roundel.
There you go.
Okay.
I like that. That's a good name for it.
Mary Beth, your question went away, but I think you're asking about the difference between jacks and the Partrophes. Jacks are metal, Partrophes are wrapped in a paper, so they give a nice smooth finish. The jacks might scratch it.
You're correct, sir. My ankles are called.
Okay, so that rocks glass is taking shape now. It's going to use that pad of paper again. Work on the outside.
It's a nice little shape. It's not what we want.
And meanwhile, let's take Bruce and see what he's up to with his tumblers. We have a clear tumbler with it's been dipped into an optic mold, and then he twisted that to get a nice pattern on it. He's using the calipers to make sure it's the right size. And every time you use metal on it, you've got to go back into the reheater because it loses the heat. Once that glass gets too cold, it won't move for you. Hot glass moves, cold glass don't.
There you go.
jacks to flatten the bottom. He's going to get ready for the puntee to attach it so we can work on the top.
Behind the Patrick.
Josh is getting that puntee ready.
So the reason for all those measurements is you need the bottom to make sure it goes over the end of the mold. So that's why it takes a while to get that part out.
Have you done one in the mold yet? Is that first one in the mold?
Yeah.
Oh, I missed it.
I think somebody's being funny.
No, I honestly missed it.
It was gorgeous.
Okay.
Light tap, but it's separated from the blowpipe. Josh puts that back into the glory hole for Bruce.
So anyway, you can see that that mold down there is tapered. And I don't want the bottom of the vessel to be a lot larger than those spins are at the top of the mold. Because then the ridges would stop way up in the middle somewhere. And sometimes they do. Nobody's perfect. But the idea is to have them just have the piece just slide right down over the mold. The slope shape pushes it out, gives you the 8 ridges. And if you've got the diameter set, you can push the ridges pretty far down the piece. So I'm going to open the lip a little bit so that we can do the lip wrap.
Ready whenever you are.
Josh is ready with the lip wrap, which will be a different color. What color do you have, Josh? Blue?
Blue, that dark blue.
Okay.
Same dark blue. I'll try to smile for Jay's sake.
That's right.
Get rid of my focused frown.
You're gonna do it over there?
Okay,
You're doing it over there?
let's do it here. More room than this thing. Wow. It's almost like having a vacation.
They're applying the wrap now. It's the dark blue.
Thank you.
Now he can work on the mouth of that tumbler. A little more heat. We appreciate all the comments as we're going along. Unfortunately, I don't have my reading glasses, so I can only read what you're writing from certain angles. And if I had reading glasses on, I'd be tripping as I tried to walk over to show you what they're doing. So Peter's answering those comments for you.
We know what the free piece is next week.
Oh yeah, we're giving away a pair of stemless wine glasses that are on the end of the corner table.
There are stemless wine glasses. Be sure to comment.
I'll be sure to
Mike
get
Leno.
a picture of that for you.
I didn't know what we were doing next week.
Then Mary Beth Morgan has a technique question.
What's that?
What is the question, Mary Beth? When using the jacks, why not place inside the mouth and open instead? What I see is squeezing them together and bearing down on the end.
You're going to have to give me a minute on that one because I'm kind of hard of hearing and I can't tell exactly what the question was. But if you can repeat it when I'm
Okay.
done, we'll
Sure.
talk about it, okay? But go ask Josh, he's not doing anything.
That's true. Josh hardly ever does anything.
I never do anything.
Okay, so better to have a piece on the floor than hit Patrick with it. So
But you tried.
we'll do another. Yeah, it's got all right there. Okay.
Patrick, I'm making a piece for Elizabeth, who's been at a doctor's appointment, and when she's back, and what we've done is we've made we've put together the Chalcedony color grouping ahead of time. We cut it into smaller sections, and what we have just done was Josh was kind enough to pick up a piece of that Chalcedony color grouping that was pre-made. We put it onto the bottom of clear glass here, and we're heating it up, and we're wrapping it over the clear glass, not all the way, just part of the way, so that we have the clear glass and the color band down at the bottom. Now, sometimes color, larger amounts of color, are put over clear, and it's called an overlay. And traditionally it's done with one solid color, but it can be adapted to do this type of a pattern, the Chalcedony pattern. I've also done it with my signature series color grouping, and it's, you know, whatever works. Think out of the box, try something new and different. Okay, I'm going to wrap this around just once more. Using the marvering table, pushing that color up onto the clear glass or the Parazon on the end of the blowpipe. And I'm going to reset the bubble on the inside and get everything prepared. You can see the band of color on the bottom and then the clear. I'm going to allow this to cool down, get more glass. We have our rotational stemless wine glass mold that's here that we're going to use in just a few moments.
So if Foster tried to get a clear glass coat on top of this right now, that bubble would be too fragile and it would collapse on itself. So he's allowing it to cool down just a bit before he gets some more clear glass on there.
Nothing new here, see here.
Okay, we've got the second gather, a wrap of glass. Of course, turning the pipe to help keep the glass centered. We're going to go ahead and block it up. We're going to use our jacks to make a neckline, or decreasing the diameter of the glass at the end of the pipe. It's going to allow for the bubble to go into the Parazon with a thinner body of glass. You can see that bubble expand. Okay, now we're ready to use the mold.
Before he uses the mold, he's going to heat that up again in the glory hole.
Let gravity pull that glass towards the ground, and we're good to blow.
See the steam coming off that wooden mold. And Mary Beth, if you would repeat that question, when Foster opens up this glass, we can get him to answer that for you.
So now I'm going to define the neckline with my jacks, set the sides, come around. Set the sides so I can flatten the bottom. Make the indentation to accept the putty.
Yes.
Bruce, you can take that. Bruce, you can get yours.
So he's letting this hang while he gets the punty ready. The alternate way of doing this would have somebody else prepare the ponte for him, and he would just keep on going. But he was able to hang it upside down. So we prepare the ponte first.
Turn it around.
It's going to center that hot glass on the bottom.
Put some water on the neckline. Hit the pipe. That percussion causes it to separate.
And Patrick, if people also see a set of glasses on the table or just the one single, like they might like, that nice Pilsner, they're more than welcome to get one of these pieces on the table. There's still the $55 and a portion will go towards No Kids Hungry. So if you see some of these pieces and you like them, say you like that really nice swirl in the bottom, so you want this exact piece. Message Theta, we can wrap this piece up and send it to you. Make a really nice rocks glass.
And then these are the glasses we're giving away today. The stemless wines with the white base and the blue swirl. You can be entered into that giveaway by making comments.
That's right.
So if you see any glasses here, you notice the tumblers that Bruce is making. Here we have orange and yellow wraps at the top, but we can do any color you like. The Pilsners can be made in any color or with the confetti. The rocks glasses as well. If there's a particular color you like, please let us know. We're happy to do that for you. And the stemless wines, we can do all kinds of things with them. We can do a swirl, we can do multicolor with confetti, we can do solid colors or a mix of colors. So whatever you prefer, let us know. We're happy to do it. $55 goes to No Kids Hungry. That includes the shipping and handling and taxes. Last time we did a fundraiser for No Kids Hungry, we raised about $3,500.
Yeah, $3,550.
Okay.
Exactly.
So it's a charity we feel very strongly about. It's a local charity.
Yeah, but they distribute nationwide.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's going to open that mouth now.
Some more.
So Mary Beth, he's using the jacks now. He's pushing down on one side. So I'm not quite sure what your question was. Then he's using the jacks on the outside as well. This will stabilize the glass and give it a nice even size. The calipers will tell him it's the same size as the other ones he's doing for this set.
And we're good to go.
There we go.
Hi, Elizabeth. Hope you enjoyed this and hope your doctor's appointment was successful.
Now the colors that Foster used for this custom order will not show up as well as right now as they will when this cools down, but it's going to be a beautiful color pattern.
Yeah, that's that blue chalcedony color grouping.
You get a little better view right there. Again, these colors will come out more as that cools.
Here's the sun.
So there we go in the sun. That's nice. That's a beautiful pattern.
There you go. Thank you, Elizabeth.
And Foster, Mary Beth was asking, when you use the jacks, you're pressing down on one side, is that right?
No, we're actually squeezing down opposite each other. It's at 180 degrees opposite each other to decrease the diameter of that glass, or what we refer to as the neckline, so that for my use there was so that it would fit into the mold, so that I could close the mold without getting hung up on that neckline. And once the piece is inflated and taken out, then it's easy to work from there. Let's go over and
Thank you.
watch Bruce
Yes.
continue on with a
tumbler. So we just missed him using this mold on the bottom to give that the ribs on the sides. So he's heating that up in the glory hole. He's using the blow tube so that he can blow into the pipe while he is heating it.
causing that optic pattern to twist. Cutting it off and then reheating.
Now he's grabbing the end with his pinchers. He's going to stretch that a bit. Cut off what he doesn't need.
Then set that glass nice and centered. Decrease the glass at the end of the blowpipe. This we refer to as the neckline. Going to get that neckline once again.
Again, using the calipers, make sure they're the right size. And then back to the glory hole.
I don't know, Bruce, you want Foster to make your putting this time?
No, I'm good. I just we're just down to the front.
No, I mean, since mine came off, you're the
Came
last.
off because I hit myself with the back end of it.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with the pump.
you're going to accept responsibility.
See, that's even when I say, even when it's their fault.
Got a nice busy studio today. Everybody working on No Kid Hungry glasses. $55 includes the shipping, handling, and taxes. And then the rest of it is donated to No Kid Hungry to feed hungry children. We'll be taking orders right up until 5 o'clock. So even if you miss the live demonstrations, we will still make your glasses and they'll still be contributed to No Kid Hungry. We thank you for your support. Pamela is asking, is it possible to get a tumbler, but in a 16-ounce size?
I think so. We could definitely do that. You'd be surprised how much something this size would hold. I
That's
bet
true.
that's about, what do you think, Bruce? About 14 or 15 ounces?
Yeah, that's about a 14-ounce size right there.
You figure Bruce make it about a half inch taller, you'll get your extra 2 ounces.
So Josh is about to put the punty iron on here so they can turn it around and work on the mouth.
Well, if it came off that easy, it was a pretty good punty then, Bruce.
Okay. Then it goes back into the glory hole. Be heated again. At this point, there's no use for a hollow tube pipe because there's nothing to blow into. We've got an open end. So that's why the punty is just a solid pipe.
But it's funny, I never really noticed the faces. Yeah, look at the outside. Yep, whenever you're ready. Cool.
Josh is preparing that color lip wrap. So Bruce goes over to the other bench. We'll guide that onto where he wants it, right on the mouth. Going to heat that to open up the mouth, prepare it for the fins. Again, he's using the jacks to open that up. A little more heat. This tool lets Bruce blow into it and expand it a bit since it's no longer on a hollow tube pipe. Cheryl's asking what happens to a piece when it falls to the floor and does not break. For the most part, it's kind of gone, isn't it, Josh?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was one of our first streams. We dropped the ghost on the floor, and we were able to pick it back up and continue to work it. But I think when this guy fell,
It's kind of too late in the process, right?
yeah, it kind of touched up on itself.
Yeah.
So you can see where it hit the ground, it was still so hot, it kind of collapsed and touched up.
Yeah.
So unfortunately that one we just start over and chalk it up to a white flush.
Uh-oh. Joyce Ferguson says, I'm doing a great job today. Can I take over for Bruce so you can go to Florida? There we go. So you put the fins on it and got that blue lip wrap. And heat it some more and knock it off the pipe and into the inhaler.
Watch this amazing putty just come on with one tap. Right here.
Beautiful.
Nice, Bruce.
That was a nice punty, Josh. That was a nice punty.
And who was that for, Bruce? Barbara.
So that was for Barbara. Let me show you these glasses again. Again, if you'd like to place an order before 5 o'clock, it will be part of our No Kid Hungry fundraiser. We have stemless wines. This one is a beautiful multicolor in a swirl. We have the confetti. We have some blue swirl. We can do a blue confetti. So pretty much anything that you'd like us to do, we can do it with glass. These are some of the Scotch glasses that Todd has made. Nice heavy bottom. You choose the color. He's happy to work with you. These stemless wines are the giveaway for today. If you have commented, your name will be entered in the drawing. We have our Pilsners in the back. We can do clear with confetti, or we can do a solid color like the blue in the back. We can do a crackle finish like these. And these are the tumblers that Bruce has been making. So any color lip wrap you want, we can do that as well.
Well, thank you, Patrick. We really appreciate your help today. I'd like to tell you all that next week we're going to be working on ornaments. So be sure to join us, and you'll see some notifications on Facebook and Instagram. Thanks for being here. And remember, you have till 5 o'clock tonight to order more.
Is that 5
Thank you
o'clock
very
Eastern
much.
time or Pacific?
That would be Eastern.
Support No
Standard
Kid
Time.
Hungry.
That's right.
Support No Kid Hungry.
That's right,
Thank you
please.
very much.
Thank you.